This video focuses on QuickBooks Self-Employed. You can sign up for QuickBooks Self-Employed at selfemployed.intuit.com. The audience is really for those who are self-employed. Think of artists, musicians, Uber drivers, anybody who's just downloading data from a credit card or either their personal or business checking savings account, and they want to split it between business and personal, estimate some taxes, and creates a couple reports for their accountant or themselves in order to be able to do the taxes. There is no way to create an invoice or an actual bill or a journal entry or a check or anything like that. That would be for QuickBooks Online, right? And this is not QBO self-employed. This is just QuickBooks self-employed. So that's important. Another distinction is that at this time of the video, there's no way to invite your accountant. So the accountant can't attach the QuickBooks self-employed to their QuickBooks Online accountant, though I do believe that eventually an accountant would be able to be invited to the self-employed. And there's no other users you can invite. It's just one user. And it works on the phone, the iPad, and of course, any browser. And it's a total web-based solution. I've already signed up. I hooked up to a bank account, and the add bank account or connect your bank account screen is actually the credit card is actually the first thing you'll see when you log in. And once you hook one up, if you want to do another, just to show you, I can click the pencil next to accounts. I really just have a credit card account, and then you just put in the web address or the bank or credit card name, and then sign in like you would. And then it'll download the transactions. You'll see these cards. These are transaction cards. So Nordstrom, that would have been personal. And it's as easy as this, and you can do it that way on the phone too. Best Buy would have been business. Here's another Best Buy we'll do for business, and it's just going to tag it to that, and it's going to auto-categorize it to an account that we give you. I'll show you that when we go into the transactions window. So pretty easy to do that. If you want to do a split, you just click on split, and it would open up the ability to choose business, or business personal within the same one, which I don't think you do a lot of, but still. On the home page, you could look at your business profit year to date, or I could look at it for this month, or maybe in the last 3 months, or even last year, which, well, I had a lot of spending, not a lot of income. Hey, I was just starting then, all right? And then I can look at kind of business spending year to date as well, and I can filter that. And then here's my tax savings so far. So that's just the home page itself. You have a few settings here under the gear icon, your tax profile, which we'll look at. You can add vehicle and track mileage as well, as you probably already noticed from the left panel. Bank accounts, importing, and then you can even set up bank rules, very similar to QuickBooks Online. And then your profile, how you want to be notified, etc. Now let's look at transactions. And here's a transaction window. Much like QuickBooks Online, though this is not part of QuickBooks Online platform, but still, I have a little graph up here at the top, and then I have a list of all of the transactions that have been downloaded, and I've set all those, but there's many more that I still need to set as business or personal. The accounts are already set, so this is set to rent lease, and you can't add any other categories. So it's either business income or you have all your Schedule C expenses, and you would just choose it that way. You can add a transaction, but really that's just kind of adding something that you didn't download. Typically you'd be downloading it, but I could add something for like, meals for a team, exercise, and the amount was, $250, and its type is business, and the category, I can go down and look at meals and entertainment, and I can even do a receipt here, browse for it, or drag and drop. Click Save here, and go back to home just so you can see a little more spending now. If I go back to transactions, there is some filters on that window, so I can look at it, look at just the cash account or the account if I want to. What kind of type is it? Is it business? Is it income and spending? Or am I just looking at personal? Or what has not been reviewed yet? That's probably a good thing. And then, of course, your timeline. So there is some filter settings. So we'll look at unviewed and for this month. And now I can go ahead and, okay, this one's personal, or I can actually batch. I think all of these were personal. And then you just click Mark as personal. As I mentioned before, you can add a vehicle. Just put in the model and the vehicle year and how much did you pay for it, ending miles or the total miles driven in the year you're looking at, and it has a little vehicle right here. And then you can add a trip. It's basically just your purpose, round trip miles, etc. And it'll include that. And then once all the information's in here, you can look at your quarterly taxes. I have none for the first 3 quarters, but here's quarter 4. I can drill down into that if I want to, see the breakdown and the total. I can choose to pay now if I want. I can also look at projections. And if I click here on the pencil, I can do estimated payment taxes that I would have and what I'm projecting based on my income and how many of my deductions, and then what the profit would be. And you can also set up your tax profile. Let's go look at annual taxes. You can download the tax summary or look at the tax detail report if you happen to be using Lacert or Pro Series or Intuit Tax Online. You can go to the report section finally and look at a profit and loss, tax summary, or the details. And I'm going to look at year to date. You can view it, but I can also download it if I want to. And here is my P&L. Not a lot going on, but it's something that I could print out and give to my accountant or whoever's doing my taxes, particularly the tax summary as well as the tax detail.